So all in all, if you examine the facts, we really don't have a gender salary discrepancy in this country. But President Obama well knows that he and the Democrats badly need women to come back into the tent. With his job approval rating hovering around 40%, he has to mobilize the base who elected him. And women broke for Obama by 11 percentage points over Romney last time around.
So that from Talking Points, Bill O'Reilly challenging the president's claim that gender inequality is still a big problem in this country.
Is there a war on women? Let's debate that. Dee Dee Banky is a Republican strategist and a former aide in the Bush White House. Jamu Green is the former president of the Women's Media Center and a Fox News contributor. Ladies, thanks so much for being here. Dee Dee, I want to start with you. The president has used these statistics that a woman earns 77 cents for every dollar a man earns. Last night, Bill O'Reilly said that statistic is erroneous. It is outdated. He used the statistic that a woman earns 91 cents for every dollar a man makes. Is that okay?
Well, look, here's the deal. Bill O'Reilly is exactly right. This is some political ploy. And I have to tell you, I was very insulted by the president's speech when he said, we want to give every woman the opportunity. Who is he to give me anything? This is so old and outdated. I got to tell you, this is on merit. This is if you have a good work ethic.
But Dee Dee, still, hold on. But the fact that women do make less than men, is that
not
okay
all women?
With you?
Look, I mean, 91% of me, as some women do, some women don't. I think this should be on merit. I don't think we should put people in categories like that. This is not a gender war. This is what the Democrats are trying to push, and I think it's wrong.
All right, Jamu, the premise for O'Reilly's point last night was that it's just politics. All politics is driving this, and you need women to vote for you, and that's why you're returning back to this theme, as we saw a lot in 2012, because the numbers are so bad. What do you think?
It is so much more than politics. It is the bottom line for families. When you look at the chief economist of the Department of Labor, who reports that by the time a woman is 25 just beginning her career, she's already made $5,000 less than a man in the same position. I don't know why Dee Dee is okay with not being paid equally, but even if Bill O'Reilly, as talented as he is right about 91%, I'm sorry, women, their husbands, their families, their kids, they're not going to be happy until we get to 100%.
Okay, so
equal pay for equal work.
Dee Dee,
now,
what
there
about
are lots
that?
of things we need to do.
Let me just ask Dee Dee to chime in on this. Is it okay that women seem to be paid, on average, less than men?
Well, this is what I think. I think the women that have children and they raise, a family, that's hard work, okay? And they're not getting paid at all. I mean, they are earning their way in a different situation. So I don't think we discount those women. That could very well be that 9%. But I got to tell you, a lot of women make more than a man. I mean, you cannot put so many generalities on this because it's a different situation for women. And it's not a lesser situation. It is so old and so sick, and I'm so tired of women being put in this category where we're getting less, we're doing less. Look, I think Bill O'Reilly's right. This is all political, and a lot of women do much better than men. We need to remember that.
Jamu, is it because women still bear the lion's share of child rearing and that we should just accept that?
It is because of a number of factors. When you look at occupational segregation and the jobs that women go into, that plays a big role. And the federal government can help in that way. When you look at women and our personal responsibility, there's stuff that we need to do when negotiating for salaries, but it is clear, the facts are in. It's not about generalities. These are facts, these are statistics, these are tied to real numbers that discrimination does play a role when it comes to wages for women.
Do you think there's a war on women in America, Jamu?
No, there is not a war on women, but there is progress still left to be made on this issue. I
understand the point you're making. Dee Dee, do you think there's a war against women?
No, I tell you what, I think Obama and the Democrats, if there's a war, they are lobbing the bombs because they're saying, oh, we can't do it. We're going back to Julia, who needs help from the government. The government needs to get out of our lives, whether you're a man, a woman, anybody. I got to tell you, it's the government that's weakening all of us. So, I think women usually are much stronger than men. I mean, we're able to do much more usually, And
Yes.
Jamu, I know you agree with me on this. But no, I don't think there's a war on women, and I really get
Okay.
tired of being put in that category.
Ladies, thank you.
We
I
can
think
talk
Cameron
about
is
this.
much stronger than I am, so I'm.
Oh, on that we agree.
Well, that I agree.
So,
But we all need to lean in. We all need to lean
Oh.
in and ask for what we deserve.
there you go.
We
That's a
take,
great message.
No, we take what we deserve.
Okay.
No
asking.
Take,
Amen.
ask, whatever. That's great, ladies. Thanks so much. We'll have you back. We appreciate it.
Thank you.